Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. Ladies and gentlemen. Talk recap. It's a beautiful Thursday here, and grab yourself a refreshment.
It's Thursday.
Pop that puppy open. Have a slurp. This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a really fun app. You go to the App Store, download it. You pick more or less on your favorite players in the NBA, NHL, UFC for the chance to win 100 times your money. All sorts of stuff. It makes watching sports really fun. You can pick more or less takedowns, more or less fight time, more or less punch counts. Download it. PrizePicks, code Timbo, and they'll match your $100. Put $100 in there, and they'll give you $100 free. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's just be thankful for being here today. Thankful that our families didn't die in car accidents. Thankful for our legs and our arms and our eyes. Huh, Joe?
Feet.
Thank for your feet. You want to throw your shoes off? Let's see what your
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, your socks are actually behind that seat.
My socks?
Yeah. Okay, we're here. We got a special guest coming in a little bit. Joe and I's friend. He's an actual living puss doctor. That's what they call him. Gynecologist. So we'll get some great stories from there. Yeah, we'll dig in some other stuff when he comes around too. We got Joe. Joe's got his grandma in town.
Yeah.
Grandma's been in town and staying with your dad, and she's been having uncontrollable bowel movements.
Yeah. Since the earliest I can remember when she'd walk by and just crop dust everybody. But I've heard my family tell me stories of her shitting, but I didn't really believe it. Well, I just didn't think about it. She just shit all over my house, shit on the toilet, floors, dragging her socks in it. And I don't want her to get embarrassed. So I it's not good. It's horrible.
Well, yeah. Well, everything at the coffee shop is going good. We got one each week. We're going to do a little different thing. We're going to do some homemade burritos one week. We're going to do some homemade cinnamon rolls this week. We're going to do some donuts one week. And I'm working on adding a yerba mate, like a really nice yerba mate latte. Lots of benefits there.
What's that?
And it's a certain tea. It's a certain tea, and it's really good.
Nice.
Really good. So let's hear Dan Garner here. He's the nutritionist that's been working with us for years and years. One of the smartest guys I know when it comes to this kind of stuff. Let's hear what he has to say about the benefits of caffeine. Okay.
What's up, Timbo? All right, man. So you're asking me about the health benefits on caffeine. So caffeine in its synthetic form, this is something that's a central nervous stimulant, and it's derived from tea leaves, coffee beans, these types of things that people know have a stimulatory effect, but they've been shown to enhance mental alertness, improve mood, increase metabolic rate, lower hunger, which really helps to a lot of weight management aspects in a lot of research. And studies have shown, again, just in synthetic caffeine, that moderate intake of it can reduce the risk of certain diseases, primarily Parkinson's disease and type 2 diabetes. However, coffee is really where it's at. Synthetic caffeine actually by itself has a lot of benefits. I could have kept going on that, but coffee, here's two real zingers for you on coffee. Coffee has over 1,000 biochemical components that make up what it is, but also coffee is the #1 antioxidant in the U.S. diet. That's right. That's the #1 intake of antioxidants. People don't know how much of an antioxidant powerhouse coffee is. And also a lot of people just don't have fruits and vegetables. So it ends up being the dominant antioxidant source in the U.S. diet. That is a known scientific fact. And coffee has way more benefits than just synthetic caffeine because it contains those other things in it. Like I mentioned, they have chlorogenic acids. There's caffeistol. But these have been shown to have heart health benefits, liver health benefits, reducing fatty liver, reducing inflammation, improving blood sugar control, among so many other things, system-wide in health. Since coffee is one of the most consumed drinks and drugs in the entire world, it's also one of the most researched. And it is unbelievable the amount of health benefits that this can have on your body when consumed moderately, like anybody should be consuming anything.
I think they said over 400 milligrams is way too much if you're doing caffeine. Like one of those Bang Energies has 300 milligrams. So if you're doing more than that, I usually do. So I'll probably do this coffee now. I'm going to probably do a yerba mate in the afternoon. So that's probably around 200 milligrams caffeine. Some days I'll do 240. But just because he says caffeine doesn't mean you go to Starbucks and get a fucking vanilla frappe.
You could measure out how much caffeine, how much in a cup of coffee you drink.
Well, one shot of espresso is 60 milligrams.
Oh, really?
So 120 in this puppy.
Jeez. That's the guy that you guys do the strength and conditioning with?
Oh, he's been the dietitian and the nutritionist for the past like 10 fights or more.
Does he come here often or no?
He's came here a few times. He tests the blood.
He's not the guy that kind of gray haired guy.
No.
Okay, that's the strength and conditioning guy.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I didn't know caffeine had that much shit that stuff benefits. I had no idea.
Yeah, and that's probably straight caffeine. But when people start adding all the other shit, that's why at the coffee shop I try to get organic, the best milks possible. Mariah makes the sweeteners at home, and our other barista makes the sweeteners at home with honey and like the most quality stuff. That's why I feel if you drink coffee somewhere else, like a Dunkin' Donuts, like a latte or something, you'll like get this buzz, like anxiety type buzz, and then you'll just crash hard.
Anxiety type buzz?
Yeah.
Fuck that. My anxiety is as horrible as it is.
Well, you've been getting bored?
Fucking throw myself. I'm just. This part of my life is hard, really hard. This transition.
Yeah.
From not fighting, this is really difficult.
I know. I wish we lived closer so we could do more activities, like go shoot our bow and arrows, maybe race our RC cars around the neighborhood.
You race RC cars? I didn't know that.
No, I'd get one if you were going to get
one. Did you, when you stopped fighting, did you have a hard time?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I was just still stay in the gym. Just hard time. What do I do with all my energy? Because I'm used to training and.
Dude, the more I sit at home, the more I like I'll watch them if I don't have stuff I'm doing, I'll watch a movie, wait for things that like for the kids to get off or something like that, and then I'll just the next day it gets worse. I don't want to go out as much, and then it's dealing with all that shit, and then over dealing with just not fighting. I mean, I've been fighting consistently since I was 16, as professionally, and it's just it's fucking horrible.
Dude, I feel like. What if you came in twice a week, and I know, and just treat it different. Come into jiu-jitsu class, whether it's no gi or gi, and just treat it different, like it's a different sport. It's not even fighting. Come in, get a sweat, because once you get a sweat, get a workout again, and you're not beating yourself up, beating your brains in, hurting yourself, you feel better.
Yeah.
Feel more at ease.
What class? At times do you have like a good? Well, I'll look at the schedule because that's true. I need to get because that's not ingrained in me. Like training, feeling good. Just beating myself up, and then even now I'm trying to get back in shape. It's still like that's fun as fuck. Coming and rolling for a long time, it's not beating your body up,
and not like so competitive. Or it's like, oh, I gotta come in here and I gotta be just like come in here and learn and have fun. Who cares? Get in a bad position, get out, get tapped out. What the fuck ever.
That's
just
the
get a
biggest
good workout.
Is to do that because I would be. It depends on who I would roll with, or I just very very competitive, and I would not needing to do that just. Starting from a bad position, not giving a shit. That's what that's what I need to do for sure.
Maybe what's the day? Oh yeah, okay. Maybe tomorrow or something. Come in and just roll with the guys. You'll be like, fuck, I feel better, and that was just a good time.
For sure, man. For sure.
I was listening to this podcast. Chris Willax, he's one of my favorite podcasts out. It's this guy, but he was talking to this lady, and she was talking about how a new thing it's going to be. It's AI sex brothels.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah.
I keep reading about that.
And she went in and she got online, and you can kind of order what kind you want. And she ordered a male. She said it was just
hold the
weird.
Fucking phone. What?
Yeah. She said it was heavy, so you couldn't really move it around. And
so is it just a root, or is it a human? Is it
a guy? Yeah, like a guy, a robot.
So see, like when you tell me that, have you ever seen the movie Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone?
No.
God damn you. So anyways, there was something in there that's kind of AI, sex thing, but that's all I have in my head. She's actually getting pounded on by a fucking robot.
Yeah, or riding it and on top. And then you can order female ones. You can pick the size, the stature.
Yeah. Have you ever
what size stature would you go with?
Woman? That's exactly what I'm with. At least everything I like, honestly.
That's a good answer.
Yes. That's what I got. Who the fuck do you say that? No, but my brother was given a plastic sheep when he was getting married, and I was like in 8th grade. So it was like a sex sheep, but they gave it to fuck with him. But I fucked it over and over for many years.
Holy shit!
I still have it in my. I don't. No, but yeah, I did some foul things. That son of a bitch. Yeah.
What age were you?
I was in 8th grade when we got married. So it's 8th grade through high school. You know, my grandmother walked in on me pumping it. That was not good.
Have you been caught masturbating before?
Yeah. Oh yeah. With my feet thrown up on the counter, just.
One leg?
Yeah, no, both of them. It's not even, and then, you know, because I have a bad habit of stiffening my feet. I'm sure it's, and I've had hamstrings lock up, like around in front, it's bad. I've had that, you know, during sex and all that stuff. Shit will lock up, I'll fall around.
We'll wait for the sex talk for when the puss stops.
Oh, shit, all right.
We'll get talking about that. And then this another site she was talking about, it's called Rizz AI Dates, and you can go on there and have a date with an AI thing. And then they'll give you tips on your Rizz.
What the fuck would you be? Oh my God, I could never.
And now they're doing AI friend things where it's an AI friend.
Don't need any friends?
AI friend where it texts you, say you can tell what to do. You wake up to a text to it all the time and you can talk to it and it gives you a friend to talk to.
What do you think about this, honestly?
I don't know. I don't really know what to think.
My boy Timothy over here, he got a friend. Dude, that can't be good for anybody. Like, say my son's having a hard time making friends. Hey, bud, let's go get an AI friend. Fucking 5 years down the line, he's got a beard in the basement, just him and that AI bud again. You know, and then I can't see how that'd be good at any level.
I remember, I keep telling you, but we need to get Joey in here. Just get him
in
here
I'm
one
struggling.
time.
Dude, I'm struggling.
What if I cruise over, pick him up?
Do it, man. Fucking
really come?
He's way more apt to listen to you than me. He doesn't think. I told you, I'll walk in the room, fucking burn out. I mean, he's not, but he thinks he's. I don't know, man. I got to whoop his ass again.
So we'll get in some MMA talks here. Joaquin Buckley this weekend. He's a 170er guy, and he called out Conor McGregor after his fight, and he said, "Let this be known, DC Bisping Chael, your mama's raised some hoes. Y'all really trying to twist up my words, knowing damn well what I said in the cage, but it's okay. We can all have some fun." Daniel Cormier says, "Shut up, pussy. Maybe listen. You had a dumbass call out. You're getting talked about by 3 of the biggest voices in the game. Maybe listen. It was the worst call out in history. Don't let winning a few fights at 170 get you too excited, bruh. Don't mention Audrey."
What happened?
That's good. I mean, I just kind of explained what happened there.
No, I didn't see exactly what he said. I just kind of explained what happened. I'll just fade in the back there.
He just... Hold on, let me see. Aljo came out with a video too saying... and it's not a real clear message about what he's saying here.
About you?
Oh, yeah.
I heard about this. Okay, that's good.
I'm trying to find it. It's coming up here.
Are you getting your dick beat in the dirt over that?
He is. I'm not.
Really good.
I'm not.
It's good. So it's never good when you getting hammered like that.
Well, yeah, it's like, I mean, he's making these, like,
he's making
these type of threats. Like,
he's actually threatening you.
I mean, here, listen.
Dude,
listen. I know.
Throwing shade at Marab, throwing shots at me, and then of course O'Malley chiming in with his little colorful 2 cents. My only thing is, and I said this about Henry Cejudo's camp, when you have all your teammates, your coaches, and your friends and your family that are now chiming in, talking shit, throwing shade, casting stones, you now make yourself a viable target, whether that's physically or verbally. We have somewhat of a code, and of course, if you're from anywhere that we're from, someone in your crew talks shit, and someone else is with you and they talk shit, and they're just with you. That person is liable to get smacked, punched, kicked, whatever, jumped, beat up, the whole 9. You're fair game for everybody. And that's what I'm trying to explain to these people. People think I'm being sensitive about it. I'm like, no, I just grew up with a different code. Just because you don't understand this doesn't mean I'm being
I grew up the same
I'm
code.
sticking to that code that I know.
The Great Falls month.
You ever walked up a tweaker on the wrong side of
the attacked verbally, physically, whatever the case may be. So I'm not trying to be malicious or anything like that. I'm not trying to attack Tim Welch or anything like that. I actually like those guys. And I can like them, and I can still sit here and say this straight to their face. And it has nothing to do with losing to O'Malley. It has all to do with respect. At the end of the day, you say something, you got to answer for those
I've
words.
always been
respectful. I mean? So if Welch wants to keep talking like that, and then we see him, and it turns to something else, I have no idea what might happen. But if it turns to something else, hey, you were part of this the whole time. That it is what it is at that point. You know what I mean? So with respect to him and his camp,
that makes me happy. That's fun.
I know. It is fun. I mean, it's a good time. That's what I'm saying. And then everyone was tweeting him this picture because he's a 135er.
Yeah. I think you look a little bit big. Yeah, dude. I mean, he's when you're calling him big, he is big for 135.
Yeah, for his weight class.
But I mean, again, you're you're just a big man, and that obviously that also knows how to fight on a world class level. It's apples and oranges. I mean, but him kind of threatening fucking gosh dang, he's trying to make a threat, but just trying to come.
Have a little
fun with it. Have throw a little shade around with it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too. That's what I said. I mean, nothing wrong with a little dust up.
No, fuck yeah. Dust ups are good for everybody.
Uh-huh.
You never been a dust up? You ever been to a dust up?
Yeah. Wrestling team had a dust up.
What happened? Tell me about it.
This one kid was bowling the small kid. Mm-hmm. I got in between them. Kid swung on me. I shot a double leg, got on top of him, slapped him in the face. Left and was like, I'm getting kicked off the wrestling team now. I'm fucked.
You get kicked off?
I didn't. My coach was fucking super cool about it. He also knew the kid was kind of an asshole. So
nice. No, it's even something like on a level like that. It still gets your blood pumping, you know. Still gets your dick hard.
Yeah. Like walking into a tug.
You get the butterflies. Which one you gonna get? I'm gonna get the fat one on the right.
Fuck. Okay, here we go. Back to some news here. John Fury clashes with Team Usyk, sparks bloody brawl. John Fury, you know him? Tyson Fury's dad?
I don't know him personally. I've laughed at him many times.
He's a fucking hoot.
Have you?
I've never met him.
Have you just seen him in real life, like watching him? How he acts in front of people.
No, I bet it's a good time.
Lately I've been watching, like when I see something with him, I'll watch Tyson when he's doing stuff and he's going. Oh.
Yeah, does he remind you of your dad?
Yeah, he's like, fuck it. I know that look. That's the look of a child being shamed by his alcoholic father. Oh.
Here's the video of him.
Fucking jackknife. Fucking, that was a swoop. His head make like a dip.
Yeah, and they're always bleeding.
That'd be a lie saying that'd be the first time he headbutted anybody.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's nice. What sparked that off?
I mean, they were just around all the different teams and they were getting. I'm excited for this fight. It's weird because you see Tyson Fury, he's like skinnier than he's
I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous.
He's skinnier than he's ever been, and I'm wondering if he's on Ozempics.
I hope he's not, dude. Fuck that. But I mean, he seemed to be in the best shape I've seen him. You know, I mean,
and it could be the Zempics. That is going around, dude.
Dude, I know.
And you see those faces, like they're people. Talk about.
Yeah, he's just fucking drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible, man. I mean, it's. Again, like if somebody loses weight or gets in shape or transforms their body, you look at them and give them respect because they worked hard. Yeah. I mean, these motherfuckers just taking a pill. It's making them not eat all the bad foods. I mean, it's real easy to get in shape with that, but then they take it too far and start to look real haggard.
Oh, yeah, because now they're doing it, plus having a healthy lifestyle, so they're going to look like shit.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that fight, though. But I was watching some of that Usyk guy. I haven't really watched a lot.
You haven't?
But
dude, he's a fucking he is a unified champion at Cruise. Yeah, he's
Southpaw.
Yeah, I mean he's slick. He's got that in and out. It's hard for him to really get off unless he starts his rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So he gets his rhythm and gets off, and he's a real good just straight southpaw. He beats that foot really well. He doesn't overdo it and shoots that straight left. He's tricky. He sets traps too.
And Tyson Fury. They have a series out with him and his family, and it's fucking so good, so entertaining.
Like a reality TV show?
Netflix series, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Might be on Netflix. But they were talking about on how he cannot retire. He's too fucking psycho in his head. He's too crazy.
Do you remember his demise when he first won the belt?
No.
I mean, I don't see. Again, I don't know if I actually remember this as it was happening or just I watched it after it was done. But yeah, because after he beat Klitschko, he was just drugged the fuck out, and he retired. I mean, didn't defend it just because he was a fucking mess.
Boxing since he was a child, and with that family, they're probably sparring hard at a young age.
Yeah, 1-2 in him.
Now he's got mental health. Now he's got a little maybe CT to back it up, maybe some drugs on the side. But now he's back to fighting. But watching that series, you're like, oh shit.
And so
he shouldn't come back.
After he shouldn't have came back. Is that what he said?
I mean, but then it's like he's like, I can't live without boxing. I'll fucking die fighting.
So and if a guy like that ruins his fucking legacy, just staying around fighting too long, because he's think Tyson's 35, I want to say. I mean,
Is he? I forgot how old he is.
I think he's 35. I'm usually wrong about everything though, but he's Tyson's good.
I mean, he's
I used to hate that motherfucker.
Why?
I just didn't like it.
Yeah, he's 35 years old, 6'9", 280.
Jeez, I just didn't like the cut of his jib. I mean, but you know, after he came back, I like him. You know what I mean? He's just, what's going on? Oh, fuck.
Have a seat.
Spread your legs.
No, have a seat. We're going to have a talking to you about what's,
So
what's going on.
Ed's just quiet. I didn't hear, what's going on?
Yeah, what up?
Nick, what's up,
Dude,
buddy?
you should have got the matcha here. You got the shitty matcha from Starbucks?
Oh, that's a slap in the face. Wait, is that what you're just talking about?
It was delivered.
Yeah.
But I will get something from your coffee shop.
It's good. man.
We're going to keep covering these MMA topics for a bit, and then we'll get into talking to old Nick because he's got an interesting career he has, and he's a gynecologist. So he gets to take a peek at pusses on the daily, and some maybe
Peek at
probably
puss?
really bad,
How did I know this was going to be the...
Nick, did I-
No, we'll just talk about it a little bit.
The very first time, so when I first I'm real close to Nick. Nick's one of my best friends, and after when I first met Nick, found out he was a puss dog, and that I camped that name. I'm proud of that one. And then he
You also coined prescriptions.
Oh yeah, I think I came up with that one.
Yes,
no,
I
at
think
least
you did as well.
At least I came up with them both actually. But anyways, I go, God, dude, the nasty vaginas you must see, and he said, but the good ones that I see. I'm like, oh God.
The good ones will.
I
He
don't
never
believe I
said
said that, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a
No,
good story
he said the
because
exact opposite.
I'm
Actually,
really careful about how.
No.
Yeah.
He said, but he said it was a joke, and I was like, oh no, he doesn't. He's
Yeah. Okay. MMA news here. We'll move on to that, and then we'll get back to that here in a little bit. Khabib Nurmagomedov all confirms his official status to corner Islam Makhachev against Dustin Poirier 302. That's coming up.
I hope Dustin wins.
I mean, there's always a chance he's gonna win, but this fucking Islam dude is a freak.
Dude, Dustin's just a good fucking dude. Just I like him, and I mean he's as a fighter and a person, man. What do you think the chances of him winning that fight are?
30%.
Oh
Is that a lot?
no, it's not a lot.
Dude, I think that's a lot against someone who's as solid and as big as Islam.
God, that says even more. You saying that? I mean, fuck it. I don't know. I mean, I think you're right. I mean, I get when I really want a fight to turn out a certain way. I'll talk myself into certain things.
Okay, Darren Till's boxing debut just added to the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson Netflix card. He's facing former WBC champion. His opponent is Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Oh, he's fighting.
53
Was he
and
really?
6.
Wow.
It's a good fight. I've always been a fan of that Julio Cesar. He's just a scrubby kid. You've watched old countdowns on him. He just gets stoned, wakes up like 2 or 3, hits some mitts with his friend.
You see when he fought Sergio fucking Martinez? No, he's Sergio Martinez. He's like multiple time world champion southpaw, but they were doing the countdown, and but anyways, he got the fuck beat out of him the entire fight, and then like I think it was the last round, 10th round, fucking he drops fucking Chavez drops fucking drops Martinez, and it's fucking just probably one of the best rounds ever. So it was a good fight.
Wins or loses still.
He lost. He only round he won. So the point of that, the Mexican crowd was so fucking. They loved Chavez. I don't know if you remember. I mean, his dad had such a following. It was nuts. But he got the fuck beat out in the whole round. But the whole fight. But he won that round. Crowd act like he won the whole entire fight. It was nuts. But it was a good fight.
Jorge Masvidal expresses doubt over Nate Diaz turning up to the boxing match. His pinky toe is going to be hurting, said after the fight was delayed a month. So yeah, the fight got delayed. They said it got moved to the end because I thought it was going to be the first week of June too, but then they moved it into July. So he must got to be sore or been beat up or something.
Or just fucking not training.
Sean was hanging out with like Jake Paul and his people. Because they're doing a business deal together, and he was saying that like Nate and those guys are really trying to avoid that MMA match with Jake Paul, and he got offered $15 million.
Who Nate did?
Yeah, to fight Jake Paul in MMA.
There's no fucking way.
Isn't that crazy?
There's no. I believe that's you. I mean, I'm skeptical about it. That's what he was offered, but I can believe it. But I don't believe that he turned that down.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no fucking way. For one, Jake wrestled in high school. It takes years to understand how to link things together, to mix it up.
Oh yeah.
He there's no way if he was a better wrestler than Nate, but his boxing will not be near as effective. He won't be.
Nick could jump and pull guard.
Nick could do anything. I mean, fucking anything. Literally. I mean, it's fucking.
Well, Jake Paul's looking pretty big, dude. They say he's weighing 230.
Yeah, I heard he's been hitting the tits and hitting the sauce up.
Yep, 230. I mean, it doesn't really look like in his body that he's hitting the sauce.
No.
6'1". Mike Tyson looking huge too.
Did you see the video of him doing sprints?
No.
He looked like him staggering. Looked at it.
We'll put it on the screen.
Dude, it's fucking terrible. They were showing like a video of him doing pad work, and it looked. It was.
But it's short clips.
Yes, I mean,
5 second
so
clips.
which makes me be more doubtful. Then so after like on the same video, but just the next clip, him sprinting it looked like him staggering down the road. It was terrible. I fucking hate watching it. Honestly, I don't like it.
The official rules: it's contested at heavyweight. There will be a maximum of 8 2-minute rounds. Knockouts allowed. Contestants will wear 14-ounce gloves, no headgear, and the result will go on the contestant's official record.
How?
I went back 4 years ago when he fought Roy Jones, and I was trying to see. I'm like, damn, is he gonna be able to keep up with Jake? But then Jake's last fight was at 197, and if he's fighting Mike Tyson at 230.
Yeah, I mean, speed. There won't be any.
Yeah, like your last fight was at 197. Now you're gonna all of a sudden this next fight 40 pounds up.
How much is he cutting to make weight?
I don't think they're cutting anything. It's heavyweight.
No. Like when he would cut in his previous fights.
I think he walked around naturally 215, probably 210, 215. Cut to 197.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, damn. But to even be able to sit in there with eight rounds with Mike Tyson, how big he is, I feel like Mike will be pretty dangerous in the first 2-3 rounds.
I hope
he'll come out flurry a couple.
So in each round he has about 4 or 5 combinations. I mean when he does throw a flurry, when he could catch him, because
2-minute rounds.
Yeah, I mean, dude, but I mean, it's like in bare knuckle boxing, people will say they're 2-minute rounds. They're fucking. I mean, if you don't pace yourself, you go out there, and just you don't fight with the thought of conserving energy, you'll get tired real fast.
Bro, if you've done a smoker in your life and you never, I mean, these guys have fought, so they know how to pace themselves better. But you do a smoker that's 3 1-minute rounds. After that, you'll be more tired than you've ever been in your fucking life.
Yeah, nonstop throwing punches from bell to bell. I mean, it's not going to be that way. I mean, what do you think the chances are for Tyson winning this fight?
I think there's definitely a chance. It's like, God, Mike Tyson's such a scary motherfucker, dude. But he was talking about it on Joe Rogan's podcast that a while back that he doesn't even like to train. He doesn't even like to train because it brings out a different side of him that he doesn't like. So now all of a sudden, he's back to training, and he's got to train for 8 rounds. He's fighting a kid who's 27 years old.
That's just a mind fuck anyways.
And is he able to do some special sauces?
Yeah.
Is he?
Of course.
Or does the commission decide whether they test you or not?
Nick, this fight's not being. It's not. Where's this? Where's
Texas.
Texas. So the commission will be involved.
Yeah, but they won't be. So the
testing.
fight me, the Rob and I are doing at the end of, or next month. The commission for Rob, the commissions, he'll be like the second to last fight, but it's going to be considered an exhibition because the round agreement says it's a glove size.
Let's say they say this is going on the pro record.
That's great. If they do,
but does anyone care if it's on a pro record? Really? It's not going to tarnish Tyson's career.
Yeah,
but it would be nice if he just showed up with good endurance and good
good
stamina.
endurance. How hard can he train? He was talking about the press conference too, how he's like, I wish I was joking, but I am fucking sore. And then these clips of hit and miss, it's like,
yeah, it's not. It doesn't. I wish one of you guys could pull up the video of him doing the sprints. I mean, then why would you put that like look how fucking great he's looking? He looks like he's falling downhill, uphill. I mean, it's just.
I feel like the fight is gonna go to a decision.
Oh God, you have no fucking clue. I mean, you don't know what's going on in Mike Tyson's mind if he's getting he'll have a gut check going in there. You don't. I mean, because he's not the animal he used to be. And when you turn that off. I don't know if you can ever turn that back on. I mean,
yeah, against Roy Jones 4 years ago, he didn't look too bad. But again, that's another 4 years ago.
And Roy is a sack of fucking, I mean, Roy, he's a shell of himself, obviously.
And we're talking 60 years old.
God, that just fucking sounds bad. 60
Yeah.
years. You should always be the voice of saying that what's 60 years old.
Yeah, I'm closer to that than any of you guys, so I don't even want to hear about it.
We were supposed to have Joe Riggs' dad on, but then he sent me a video of him this morning.
You're gonna put that up?
We'll throw that on screen.
Oh,
he texted me, not gonna make it, Tim.
Drunk again. So Tim wants my dad.
Can I drop a name? Yeah. Ryan Garcia, right? Boxer. He just fought, and he looked like he was off the hook, talking to aliens and partying and everything.
I don't think he's using. I mean, dude, to have a fight like that with Devin Haney is fun. I mean,
I know. Could Tyson be doing the same thing, training really hard and putting out videos of?
I mean, it could be misinformation. You're trying to mislead people.
Nick, you think he's just young, frugal Mike Tyson?
No.
But I just think I would think he's taking this more seriously than
I think that might be true, but either way, I mean, I think Jake Paul's going to train hard no matter what. If Tyson doesn't train today or he does, I mean, I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Tyson gets offered whatever it is, maybe 20 million.
Yeah,
could even be 30 million. But dude,
motherfuckers,
Netflix has 270 million subscribers, paid subscribers, and it's free on Netflix.
God dang, I don't even understand.
It's free on Netflix?
Yeah, live.
Oh, then I'm watching it for sure.
8 2-minute rounds. Yeah, we'll see. I bet Mike's like,
sure, they're gonna sell out. Yeah, that's huge.
AT&T Stadium. I don't know if the AT&T Stadium
60,000
sell out. I think it's more than that.
That's fucking pull it up. It's fucking.
You gonna go, Tim?
How many people does AT&T Stadium hold?
AT&T Stadium can seat up
90,000, and that's just in the that's not the floor seats too. So
that's
probably 100, probably 120.
God, so it's been sold out now, right?
I don't know. I'm sure it has at some point. Yeah, I think we're.
But why the fuck? I mean, that's a goal that really can't be fucking reached. Why would you go there? Because I mean, a bare stadium looks bad.
Imagine if it does, though. Imagine if it. Fucking. There's no way it's going to be bare, but.
No, but even I mean, you could like with a 100,000 seat stadium, you can have 50,000 show up and look bad. That's a fucking huge gate.
Yeah, because you've seen videos in the past with Mike walking around with a cane because his back is so bad, and the way he twists and loads up and rolls
that peekaboo style is really hard on that lower back and hips.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Leon versus Bilal confirmed question. Over John Axe cryptic tweet. Flight booked for Manchester. Tweet for Bilal Muhammad. Hopefully they book that. I feel like Bilal Muhammad deserves the fight versus Leon. Sean O'Malley gets pushback from MMA personalities for leaking Alexandria Pantoja sparring footage. If you don't think Pantoja is going to fight through that. Yeah, Sean dropped the video. I don't know. He hit him in the liver.
Yeah, I remember that.
Big deal. Oh, yeah, you were there. I think I saw you in the back of the video. Ian Machado moves on from Colby Covington, revealed the holdup for blockbuster fight. Wants Michael Venom Page at 303.
Who does?
Ian Machado. Gary. It's a good fight. Dana White opens up to ideas of UFC fighters making WWE appearances. Doesn't have a problem with that.
Where's Page right now? Is he because he was like Bellator, then
he's
UFC, now he's UFC?
He just beat Kevin Holland.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
he was in our locker room for the last fight warming up, and he warmed up for probably an hour, bouncing probably about 4 or 5 feet from the guy, and just lunging in with something.
Really? Same thing every time?
Back up, bounce, fucking lunge in with something.
Does he mix his timing or rhythm up, or is it
a little
the same
bit?
thing?
A little bit.
Really? No shit.
Sneaky kicks. He'd be a tough fight.
He'd give anybody a hard time.
Yeah.
He's just awkward and hard to deal with, and then
explosive.
Fuck yeah! Just he pushed out that back foot so fucking well.
Aljamain Sterling says he's willing to bet his life savings that he would beat Sean O'Malley in a rematch.
Yeah, dude, fucking. I mean, what's he supposed to? I mean, actually. That's what he offered that little tidbit there. Nobody asked him that.
Yeah, I mean, Demetrius Mike Johnson recalls UFC giving incentives to whoever had the most traffic on social media. Damn,
I don't.
You don't remember that? Mike Tyson warns Jake Paul he will be fighting for his life. Mike Tyson on his podcast says he's been eating raw meat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I want to. Leak some, it's already been leaked, but there's some boxing news that you guys might not know about. Mayweather's signing to fight Ortiz again.
Is he really? Is it
really?
Hector? Is it Victor Ortiz? Yeah, after he fought Mayweather, he didn't want to do shit.
Yeah, so that's a new thing up on that.
This is an interesting article I read, and it's a good one to good one to read right now. This is a website called bigthink.com. It's pretty good. That says, the article is, to be happier, more successful person, get off the hedonic treadmill. By anyone's standards,
Smart ass.
research has shown that many high performers are affected by microstress on ongoing accumulation of small pressures. Eudaimonic pursuits are outwardly focused, whereas hedonic activities are concerned with self-centered fulfillment. Those who manage microstress successfully also tend to create a eudaimonic sense of purpose by giving back to others. By anyone's standards, Charles is a high performer after rising to the top executive ranks at a much vaunted Silicon Valley company. He started another one and reached the top ranks there as well. But that's not how Charles measures his own success. He has created a personalized Venn diagram for a meaningful life, and his work is just part of it. It's organized into 3 buckets, he shared with us, which are pursue a passion, surround yourself with people that you love, and be grateful for the ride. Yes, the work he does matters, but the specifics of why it matters are more important to him. You have to commit yourself to purposeful work, but it's of no meaning it's not done in relationship with others. And if you're not able to internally feel a sense of gratitude or appreciation for it, recognition, that's all for naught. But it talks about these hedonic versus eudaimonic. Giving to others, even in small ways, can generate a palpable sense of purpose. And that's not just because we've been taught that it's the right thing to do. There's actually a scientific explanation for why that happens. It's rooted in the distinction that researchers often make between activities that are eudaimonic versus hedonic. Eudaimonic, meaning spirit or soul activities, are outwardly focused, including those in which we give ourselves to others. The term comes from the Aristotle described the pursuit of virtue, excellence, and the best within us. Contrast, hedonic means pleasure activities are focused inward and concerned with momentary fulfillment. Getting the latest iPhone, splashing out on a gourmet meal, or winning a new sales contract, blah, blah, hedonic activities. So hedonic activities are the ones that bring us quick pleasure, like buying a new
And the other
car.
one is
like
when
It
you,
all has to do with our
fucking,
final dopamine pathway, and
yeah.
but he talks about pursue your passion, surround yourself with people you love, and be more grateful for the ride. But it's easy when you have money and shit.
Dude, yeah.
You constantly looking to buy new shit for that little.
It's easy to look
that
back
little
on the horrible fucking on the horrible fucking path and be thankful for it. When you're in the shit, yeah, for sure, that's got to be.
Some people questions about giving money. Over time, an interesting pattern emerged. When researchers measured depressive symptoms in each group 1 year later, they found that participants whose brain had lit up from giving money experienced a decline in depressive symptoms, while the other people whose brains rewarded them for receiving money showed an increase in depressive symptoms.
interesting.
I mean,
yeah, but
But it's
getting more material stuff makes you want more material stuff, what researchers call the hedonic treadmill. But the gains we feel from hedonic activity wash away quickly for 2 reasons. Our rising aspirations mean we quickly become accustomed to our new clothes, new car, house, phone, computer, and so forth, and seek the high of getting the next item. And 2, social comparisons keeps us on lookout for what others have that we hedonistically want, whether it's a big house, desirable vacation, or getting interviews with top organizations.
But that high doesn't last. That's the problem, you know?
And then you want it again, huh?
Yeah. And then it's more expensive the next time.
Yeah.
Right?
What's more expensive?
The high. Because, first time, like, you buy something, you buy yourself a nice, some nice clothes. Next time you buy yourself a nice bike. Next time you buy yourself a nice car. Next time it's just.
What's your guys' tip to avoid that?
Well, I mean, I was just trying to learn from this guy.
Just
coming in the gym, giving back my knowledge, being able to help the other people, being able to, when I have extra money, being able to buy my family stuff and just enjoy the people I'm around, not be around fake ass people.
Yeah,
as least amount
have
possible.
an effect on people's
be
lives.
appreciative of what you have, and no one's enough. If you practice that with everything you do, then when it comes to big stuff, you won't have a problem with excess. It's
being grateful for your shit.
Fuck yeah, for sure.
It doesn't cost anything to have a positive impact on somebody's life.
And nothing feels better than giving and doing something for people.
Really does.
Nothing doesn't. I mean, that's by far the best feeling that people can get.
It seems like older. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Sorry. One of the things I wanted to do was give you some kudos for what you've done, because I think the first time I noticed you, Tim, was at the lab training, and I was like, "Fucking guy's good." Like you were. It was a sparring session. I was like, "Man, that guy's good." And you've built a gym. You've got a coffee shop. You've got multiple amazing fighters underneath you, and you've really found.
I guess you did it your way too.
You found a place as a teacher and someone that influences other people and makes them better, and so that's seeing that develop. It's been it's been amazing, and I think that's what. And you're doing exactly the same thing I'm doing in my life. I'm in a way helping people, and you're helping people, and.
He's the puss doc of MMA. Is what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I appreciate it, brother.
Listen, I'm just a doctor. You're a world championship coach, trainer, fighter. So kudos to you and what you've achieved. You've achieved more than I have,
dude. Because I've known you, Nick, for coming up 10 years, and I remember went to corner Joe in Montreal. I think we went to Canada, and Joe's like, my friend Nick's coming. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? But then it was a good ass time. It was a great time. That's where I really got to know you, Nick. And Joe was rubbing your pillow between his gooch and then putting it down.
Hey,
Dragon balls.
My first picture with you, Joe, and Ben Henderson, and probably Jakar was there in Vegas at Red Rocks Casino, and we're just sitting there the day before Joe's gonna fight, watching somebody else fight in another card, and it was the experiences I've had with you guys are just amazing.
Dude, Nick, I forget who did I fight in? Okay, I was in Russia, and I was working out before they were just getting video.
Yeah, you almost didn't make it to Russia.
Oh yeah,
How was your hand after punching that wall?
Yeah, it was bad. But so Nick is in front of the camera, like circling him, but he's filming me too. And they're like, "Get him out of that camera!"
I've got those.
Oh, it was fucking terrible. He didn't speak. He said he didn't speak a word of English, but he said that fucking just nice.
Dude, imagine how many. Change subject here a little bit. Imagine how many divorces are going on now with older people because of social media now. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, and they've lived this miserable life with their husband that they're just like, whatever, I'm married, just go through it. But then they start flirting with a little bit of someone, and people are getting divorced. And what reminds me of that is I'm watching a show called MILF Manor. It's MILF Manor too. You'd fucking love the show. It's on Discovery.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of old single women, 50 to 70 years old. And then a bunch of younger guys from 21 to like 25 come in.
Really?
To Rizz up the old gals. Really? But then they throw a twist and they have all those boys as fathers come in.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And now it's the fathers and the boys competing for these old
dude, the old man's gonna fucking make his boy look bad, yo.
And they did. They had to do a striptease for who gets a date with the girls first, a group striptease, and the old guys beat the young guys, and now it's like it's the most fucking funny shit.
How many episodes have you seen so far?
I'm third episode in, but this is season 2.
Of how many episodes are each season? I gotta ask these things before I take a deep dive in these.
The first season, I don't remember how many episodes.
Around about 10.
It was, but the first season was even better. The first season, it was a bunch of old bags again.
Yeah,
50 to 70.
Not leave that fucking that.
But then
storyline.
all their sons came into the house to Rizz the other women, so they get to see their sons and like. Bro,
these producers are fucking sick,
fucking good.
Dude, thank you for telling me that. I'm always like, for Lisa and I, when she gets home, all she watches is fucking reality TV. So find one that I will fucking what is that? The Down for Love, yeah. She fucking already blew through that and all the autistic fucking shows.
Yeah, this one's MILF Manor. It's really good. But I always watch the show thinking if the roles were reversed, if it was old men. And having all these young women in there, and then their moms come in competing for these old guys.
Oh, not the old women wouldn't get a damn thing; they just get kicked to the side.
Or on the first season, if it was the old men, and then all their daughters came in. And I'm like, that's fucked.
If any of those old fucking fucks stuck around for that, they're just sick fucks. That's
you gotta
horrible.
check that show out,
dude. Fuck yeah, it's a
MILF Manor.
Text it to me, no.
Yeah, it's a good ass show. So have you I mean, we never have to say any fucking names, obviously, Nick, but have you had any horror stories when you went down and you're like, okay, and a lady comes in and she says, I just got this fucking itch and this odor.
My
and you
clip's
say,
burning.
No,
and then you say, all right, drop the drawers, and it just is.
He said he walked in the room
And
and
what
the smell
is-
hit me in the
so
face.
I'm trying to figure out what the
It is-
worst thing that I've ever smelt was, and
And do you always
Pyorrhea of
what
the
kind of
puss.
face? You're probably good at just having a straight fucking face like that.
just stone face.
So I'll tell you this. So
okay, give
nobody
me-
goes into medical school thinking they're going to be a gynecologist.
Don't they?
Most people don't, right? I mean, and so
Did you?
No, I was thinking
knew since he
emergency
was
medicine. I was thinking emergency medicine or surgery, really. Those are the two things. And my background's in physical therapy. To me, might not notice. I was a physical therapist, so I didn't want
he's
to
a
run my
double
own
specialist,
business.
too.
So I went into medical school and then realized I'm going to run my own business, right? But it's got surgery. You deliver a baby. It's a pretty cool. It's got emergency medicine. It's got family medicine. It's got every specialty is almost covered in obstetrics, and that's
didn't think
really
about that.
how I got into it. And doing
So
a
you were at
C-section-
what age? So you did a C-section. You're like,
So
how did it?
so
how
let
did
me.
it come
So I'll
about?
tell you. There's every villain's got an origin story, right? So.
He calls himself the villain.
One of my best friends who I played club volleyball with in high school, and we coached volleyball together, etc. He went away to play professional hockey. He was a goalie in Slovakia, and I hadn't seen him for years. All of a sudden, I'm in Toronto at a hospital doing my obstetrics and gynecology rotation, and I see this guy, and he's twice as fat. He gained like 100 pounds. He's huge. He's with his
nipples?
wife. They're about to have a baby. So one of the first babies I delivered was my best friend's daughter, who just finished her final year of playing soccer for a university in Toronto.
That's cool.
Or in Canada. So the first baby I delivered was my best friend's baby.
That's
right?
cool.
And so after that, this girl's now 22, 23 years old, and it was just something that was really cool. C-sections are really
And
cool.
then you decided, maybe I do that. Maybe I.
So I was going to apply for emergency medicine residency, and being the procrastinator I am, I applied late. So I didn't get any interviews, but I got interviews for obstetrics and internal medicine, and I took a position as an obstetrics.
So his wife Helen, how he met Helen. So Helen.
Well, this is gonna go. I was gonna go south.
No.
But-
But he delivered Helen's kids with her husband, and then later on they got divorced, and
No topics off limits. 3.5 years later, Helen sold me a house, and then 4 years later, she had gone on she was dating. I didn't know she was single. And she had gone away on a trip with somebody, and that trip went really bad. And so she flew back early. She had a babysitter, and she knew me because I always have friends around me, and so she called me thinking that she's going to get introduced to some of my friends, and she kind of asked me on a date, or that's how I interpreted it. And
she knocked on his door, and he opened it up. He was butt naked.
Yeah.
He was
we went to Hell's
Lubed
Half
up.
Acre.
Lubed up.
We went to Hell's Half Acre, and the bar back was my friend. So the drinks might have been, strong, and we had.
Never mind the roofie.
Yeah, never mind the old roofies in it.
And she I don't know. I wouldn't go away, she says. So
Well,
10 years
Damn,
later.
that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's get back to what's a common thing that happens to a girl's vagina where it's just like foul? Like, has there been one where
All
it's
right,
just
well,
like,
let's not talk about foul. Let's talk about common things, right?
No.
can we go foul? Can we do
give me
one
that.
foul?
Give me
one?
that. Give me the
Foul.
stench.
Well, listen, vagina's a moist, wet, a warm,
Rat hole.
I don't know, cave where bacteria will flourish. So you can have bacteria that will, cause an odor and a smell, of course, yeah.
But never like crabs.
No, everyone shaves now, so we don't see things like that.
So
the
crab-
worst
So they
thing that I've
come in
ever
there. They don't
seen
come
is
in there with big bushes.
human papillomavirus. So no, they don't. I mean, older ladies are old, but listen, I'm down there for 5 seconds.
Yeah,
listen,
poking around.
listen, as long as it takes you, as long as it takes you to throw a 3-piece in the combo, I'm in there. Do a pap smear, I'm out.
One,
I
two,
don't.
three
I don't.
fingers.
Okay.
I don't spend a lot of time there. I don't make it uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can't.
Because I'm a male, I didn't want to feel uncomfortable, so I don't want to make
Yeah,
Meaning
down there
if I'm
fucking
uncomfortable,
sniffing.
she's uncomfortable.
If she's an attractive woman, is it even more uncomfortable?
No, because it's a.
If
because
she's
you,
thinking what
I mean,
you're
it's
thinking.
you don't think about it in the same way.
It's got to be an ethics thing. In one
Yeah,
way.
Well, it's, you know, it's not. It's you don't think about it in the same way. It's a different, and it's a matter of.
But you're
being
human. I mean, you could put that in your mind. I mean, you. That's because I've asked the same thing to other doctors. I mean, but they like giving a breast exam or something. Yeah. It's
I've never been accused of being creepy. I don't think, that's one thing that
I'm not saying. I'm just it's like everybody wonders these things, you know.
Well, yeah.
But you know, like my brother's an ophthalmologist, and one of the things that he told me that he does is to kind of make the patient feel more comfortable. He'll put like his hand on a patient's shoulder, and so showing.
Now
But as a gynecologist, I cannot do that. Yeah, exactly, Tim.
Tim, I may tell you, I got my prostate checked. I gotta tell you about it.
We'll get back to that.
We will, yeah. But it's not. I mean, it's. I mean, if you guys have gone to a doctor and you said you got your prostate checked. I mean, do you want that guy to be uncomfortable, or you
But
just
if it's
want
a
him
sexy
to get it
woman,
Yeah, not a big fat.
Listen, I have seen a lot of.
yeah.
I have seen a lot of naked, attractive women, but you just don't let yourself go into that mind space.
You got to
right?
be professional. I mean,
Because if you do, it's a downward spiral. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because there are doctors that are sexual deviants and they have no moral compass. So they're.
But that one thing you said, what was the disease you said?
Human papillomavirus causes genital warts, right? And I haven't really seen recently very bad case of genital warts, but they do. When you're pregnant, they tend to flourish because your immune system's down. And a few years back, we had the introduction of a papillomavirus vaccine that treats 95% of genital warts. And it also affects the high-risk HPV, which causes cervical dysplasia. And we've vaccinated quite a few people, and so I haven't seen it.
What are the
It looks like a cauliflower.
No, the vaccine is it having the ill side effects? I mean, because I've got
anything I give you
of the dick,
anything I give you
of the
puss. Cauliflower of the puss, is that what you said?
Well, if you ever seen, I mean, I don't have to search, but if you look up human papillomavirus or genital warts, you'll see some awful pictures, right?
What's a cauliflower? What was the?
Well, that's what it looks like. It looks like a cauliflower growth, and some people it becomes disfiguring, right? And that's called genital warts are caused by the same type of virus, similar type of virus that kids get warts on their hands.
Oh, same thing? Oh,
similar type of virus.
They're different. Balls of dick.
They're a little bit different. The ones that cause the warts on the hands are not the same ones that generally cause genital warts.
Can you get that on your hands and give it to your own wiener?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Well,
Tim, think about that before you're shaking a hand.
I mean, as a fighter, do you know what herpes gladiatorum is?
No.
So you ever seen somebody with a oral lesion like an ulcer, right?
Every fucking other month.
That's herpes simplex virus.
Yeah.
That's a virus, and that sits in your nerve root. And when you're stressed and when your immune system's down,
that's why they say
prepping for a fight, it comes out. And this is what we check as ringside. I'm a ringside physician.
So if you see a herpes busting through, you won't let them fight?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had fights canceled.
No
shit. On LFA recently, I think someone had less than a year ago, there was a fight canceled.
If I had a big fight like that, if say it was winning this fight, getting into the UFC, and I had a herpes come my lip, I had a similar thing like that when I was in high school by a ringworm came fucking just busting through my shoulder. I didn't even realize it until we were weighing in, and then but I went in the fucking van and put the lighter to it, and then I do the same thing to my lip if I had to.
Well, you know what you need to do
it comes
is
out
you
when
need to
you're
get on a
stressed.
cyclovir before your fights. 2 weeks before if you have outbreaks, on your lip, or a thing called herpes gladiatorum is when wrestlers get it.
It's like similar to impetigo.
Basically, yeah, but it's called by herpes virus. It's the same one that you have on your lip, and someone's got a sore and they wrestle with you, and they rub your back, and then it breaks through the skin, and then you end up getting herpes on your back, right?
What the fuck?
There's one season of Ultimate Fighter I watched, and that's the one where Effie Escudero won, and I think one of the guys got ejected from the house because he had a herpes outbreak, right?
Oh shit! Just shame him too.
But go see your gynecologist, go see your ringside doctor, go see your family doctor, and get on some acyclovir 2 weeks before you have a fight,
But
and they'll
won't
prevent you from having an outbreak and getting that fight canceled.
But can't that make you like some antibiotics make you tired and stuff?
No, it's antivirals.
Oh.
Right. So they're not antibiotics. So they don't have a they don't have a. And I'm going to look this up and I'm going to double check. But as far as I know, they do not have any effect on you. They just affect the reproduction of the virus.
Everything's got to have a downfall, right? I mean,
Yeah, but now you're looking for a reason not to take it when there's plenty of reasons to take it.
Nick was a flaming liberal a few years ago. Now
Was he really?
yeah.
I'm a liberal conservative or conservative liberal.
Yeah, so, but he was like he's been in some fucking fights with Ben's brother Julian, just fucking.
Well, no, I was more in fights with him because of my conservative.
I know.
viewpoints, not because of my liberal.
Julian's is just.
I just see a lot in my office. I see a lot on the street. I see a lot of the people that come in, and I'm in the trenches. I think.
Absolutely.
Have you ever had to like diagnose and give the word to someone like for like AIDS?
Holy shit!
So, because I deal with STDs, so I mean, I just had a conversation with a lady this morning that I haven't seen anybody. I've never diagnosed anybody with HIV that hadn't already known that they had it. So, so that's fortunately that's not something that's prominent now. And my understanding is, I'm not a infectious disease specialist, that there's medications now that keep your viral load so low that you can't even pass it on. So even in the gay community, right now, people are living full. I mean, what's his name? What's the basketball? Magic Johnson. He's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Not only is he alive, he's.
I mean, how many years has it been? So the medication works, right?
I remember
HIV is not my biggest fear.
It was the early 90s. He, like 1990 or something, he got diagnosed.
What's the most common disease that you tell girls, like gonorrhea or?
We see a lot of
shame.
So we do have free STD testing. I'm going to plug my clinic at 43rd Avenue in Thomas. Anyone who wants STD testing,
Really?
we work with the Maricopa Clinic.
Boys too?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I see couples coming in.
For me, you said.
So no insurance necessary. And we test for gonorrhea, chlamydia through urine. And then we also test for syphilis and HIV. Syphilis is on the comeback.
Oh, nice.
Syphilis is scary.
Someone told me that.
Like, how do you get? I mean, you just get sick.
You get syphilis by having sex with somebody who has syphilis and has a lesion.
What about
You'll
a
have a
PJ?
lesion.
A blowjob.
Yeah, if someone
Or
has
a
syphilis
vigorous
in their
hand
mouth,
job.
yeah.
With that.
That's the thing. You could get blowjob. You could get gonorrhea that way. You can, it's definitely. But
Oh, damn it, Tim's face and fucking. No.
well, get checked.
Yeah.
Be wise.
Vigilant,
If they're sleeping with you and they're not using protection, they're sleeping with somebody else.
Because they I'm sure women. Oh, I'm on the pill. Fuck, I couldn't imagine. I mean the stories that's fucking. Because I ask everybody's, for certain situations. Because fucking.
So for syphilis and stuff like that, do they take swab of your mouth?
Yeah, they put it on your.
Well, it's actually a really easy blood test. It's called an RPR test. And it's a screening test, and you can get it for free.
And they just take
it for HIV as well.
Take a little blood and.
Yeah, and then if it's positive, so
HIV.
We also got into. So, this morning I had to refer a woman that was pregnant to the Maricopa Clinic for syphilis treatment
Because she's preg too.
Well, yeah, she had actually a negative syphilis test a few months ago, and then we were retesting her again.
Oh, she was getting.
And it was positive.
She's
So,
pregnant.
yes, and so that can affect the baby. That's the complications are quite serious, and so we will refer her to Maricopa Clinic, where she'll get 3 doses of penicillin, and follow her titers, and then if the titers drop, you're cured. But if you don't know that you have syphilis, it stays dormant in your body, and then you can have effects years later.
Al Capone
Really?
died from syphilis.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, Al Capone died. He was afraid of needles, and he wouldn't get tinctures.
There's some famous experiments or infamous experiments. Tuskegee, I believe they're Tuskegee. Hopefully, I'm not.
Tuskegee Airmen? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, you know what? I am maybe.
You are.
Well, we'll see. There was a very unethical study that was done on people of color.
Okay, so
where they diagnosed syphilis and followed it for years, even after there was treatment available. And so it's a treatable condition, but you get this sore, it disappears, then you might have a rash, and then you have no symptoms until you start getting these these very vague symptoms. You can have dementia. You can have it can affect your eyes, can affect your neurological system, so you lose sensation in your legs and your feet.
That's crazy.
And
is there anything you can get to make your dick will start stinking? Just not the puss, the actual dog.
You know, I was going to start out with bacterial vaginosis because that's the most common thing, and you know, a lot of men don't realize what causes that, and it does cause a fishy odor, and so that's something that's treatable. And it's something that men and women have a hard time talking about, because if you're dating somebody and they smell a little bit off, you know, how do you bring that?
I don't feel bad.
Yeah,
I don't feel
your
bad.
puss stinks.
If someone cared about me, I would hope they'd tell me.
Yeah,
too.
for sure. I mean, there's I've heard of like when people have just take the sheet down and they smell and then like my dad, I told you the gonorrhea story with my dad. Tell me if this happened.
Did you say? I don't know if Joel said that story.
My dad. So my dad was like, he was.
Why are you doing a fucking smoker?
Sorry. So, anyways, my dad was in his early 20s, and there was this woman he'd been wanting to pound on for a while. When
Unknown caller.
Sorry.
When nobody was around, she let my dad pump on her. I mean, so she was embarrassed. But so my dad said when he put his hands on there, but the smell about hit him in the face, and then they went in my dad's apartment, and when he got down there, he said it was the worst smell he's ever had, but he still got his fucking started eating her puss.
He was that horny.
Yeah. So the next day he woke up and his mouth was just and he pumped on it too. He got gonorrhea of the gums. His gums swelled over his teeth like Beavis, and he was like, "Oh God. Yeah." And then he finally went to the doctor. They cured him. Then he went and told the girl that she has chlamydia because that's where he got it from. Fucked her again, ate her puss again, went back and got her shit. When you see him, make fun of him.
God.
Yeah, it was. That's a good story.
Next week we'll have Joe's dad on, and I can't wait.
Oh, dude. So I got my prostate checked. It was fucking. Lisa's been pushing this appointment on me for a while. I'm too young to get it. Or you shouldn't get me like 45 or something.
I think it's.
Closer.
I think you start getting your prostate checked. I don't know because I'm a gynecologist. So which is it's funny because just the thought of seeing doing an exam on a male.
I'm going to tell you what happened. You tell me this is wrong. So Tim, I'm going to get this done, and then I'm bending over, and he could tell I was nervous, and then he lubes up his finger, but he makes like a Kleenex comment, like, because it was up on my head, and he goes, there's Kleenex if you need it. I'm like, and then he goes, for your tears, and he was just trying to joke. I'm like, that's, and then so he inserts his finger, and then he's in my ear going,
Yeah,
I swear to God, not like, so I'm bent over. So this is my head. He was going, he was like that. He was going, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I doubt he was writhing. I mean, just over there, just getting a boner. But it really threw me off. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was bad. I felt like I was violated. And
So all these years in the office, there's just never been really some cool stories. It's just
Listen, I have a lot of cool stories. I mean, I have a lot of things that I've seen that people don't see on an everyday, and they have no idea what's going on. I mean, I think the cool stories that I have are people that come in and let's put it this way. I have a much better understanding of addiction and people's issues and problems and happiness in life.
I bet people want to hear about the worst fucking stuff. Just
the worst. Or honestly, the hardest things to talk to people about are when you have to inform them they have an STD that they can't get rid of.
Have you ever had to inform somebody in front of their spouse?
Oh yeah, or tell them in front of their spouse all the time. Every week or 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, we test for herpes, and a lot of people are walking around and they're positive for herpes. And then you do the blood tests and the antibodies are positive, and you have to tell them, hey, you have something that you may be able to pass to your partner
in front of the partner, and they just whack them.
It's
dude,
you get their consent, right? And usually when I'm disclosing a sensitive information like this, I'll say, yeah, I see your partner's here. Is it okay if I talk about your medical problems in front of your
Put him
Your
on the
husband,
counter
right?
away.
Well, they bring him in to the office for a reason, and I kicking somebody's husband out of the room isn't really the thing that people would appreciate
Have you
either.
ever seen a bad reaction? Like the small
Oh yeah.
attack? Has anybody
Or
attacked?
throw
Not
themselves to the
attack. I've
ground.
never seen anyone get physical, and let me tell you, the population that I serve
Start to
is,
sweat again.
Yeah.
and interestingly, where I work, I've never felt threatened.
Really?
And I've
He
kicked
works
people out of my
fucking-
office, and I probably kicked people out of my office they probably shouldn't have kicked out because
Why?
They said you were lying
'Cause I get
about
killed.
the results.
I get killed. And so I look at you and you're a scary looking dude. I wouldn't insult you, but there are definitely people that come in and you can tell they've been through life. They've got prison tattoos. They got, and then if they're belligerent or they're not being respectful, then I need to.
You can't let him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially down in that area there.
Because I just had someone get shot in front of my office
Yeah.
a month ago.
The last 3 times I've been there's been a new bum that's passed out unconscious every time. It's
Yeah, well, look, you go across the street and you see the effects of fentanyl and meth, and I've actually, and those are we do a thing called Risk Reduction Fridays, and I would love to have you guys show up and see because, I showed up the last 2 weeks, and you really make connections with people, and you see the effects of the drug, the war on drugs, and how it's been fought and what it's doing to our
been
youth.
fought.
Nick, could you grab those headphones and throw them on? We'll listen to this little clip here. This is Aaron Rodgers having a sit
Aaron
down.
Rodgers, the fucking man.
He's having a sit down meeting with Tucker Carlson, and this is some of the stuff he brings up. So we'll listen in.
Given in prominence.
Would you be shocked to learn that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself?
No. I mean, how many Jeffrey Epstein type people are out there?
Well, that's right.
That's the real question.
You mean people who've been killed, or people who are using sex as a blackmail tool?
That.
Yep.
And then who's pulling the strings on that?
Any guesses?
Well, Ghislaine Maxwell has a lot of ties to the Mossad.
Yep.
That would make sense. I mean, Jeffrey didn't seem to get some of the appointments he was given in prominence based on merit. Somebody was putting him in the right spots. But I don't think he's the only one. I think there's a problem, a weird, bizarre problem, really, that has a weird sex component to it with some of the elites, and there's a pedophile component to it as well, which is really sick. And there's, some prominent figures, who are in the spotlight as of late. I would like that to be exposed. But Jeffrey Epstein had the goods on everybody. So there were a lot of people that didn't want him to be alive. And then the whole, wild story around, multiple people being asleep and, him not being watched at the time is real convenient. And I just don't believe in that many coincidences.
No. He was murdered in federal detention in Manhattan.
Oh, that video goes on longer, but he talks about the Bohemian Grove and stuff. You guys into much conspiracies, Nick? What about you?
Yeah.
Pull that mic a little closer.
I mean, I don't believe in someone spraying us with chemtrails.
You should.
But
You think there's no way that's true?
so
He has his head in the cloud. He does.
no,
And he trusts the government 100%, do you?
no, of course
Polish
I don't.
government.
Of course I don't. Listen, I was born in Eastern Europe. I was born in Poland. I left that country because people were not trusting the government and they were turning from a communist, system to a democracy. Poland's doing really well in the
Yeah.
EU right now.
Dude, you
But
got to see some
here in the
of
U.S., we're kind of moving in the opposite direction, where the government is having more and more control over the media and over what we do, and so it's almost like Poland is freer and more of a democracy, more of a.
No, what kind of conspiracies I'm saying? You gotta go
Let's
research.
travel down that one.
So it makes total sense that the a foreign government would place someone in New York with a lot of money that could provide prostitutes and drugs and whatever else to people that they want to influence, and then record what they're doing.
1,000%. I'm
that's
sure
100%.
happens so fucking much.
And I don't know if it was the Mossad or I don't know if it was the Israeli government, but
I don't even know
Sure, why
what
not?
Assad is.
It's so weird with these guys like higher ups. Like, how do you bring up that convo if you're one of these pedophile guys and you have the Bohemian Grove? Like, how do you look at someone and be like, I'm gonna invite him to this party?
Dude, I don't know what the fuck that is. What's a Bohemian Grove?
It's supposedly where they have a bunch of elites party and they do seances with like they have kids there and it's like fucking weird shit.
No
but like
shit.
all these underage parties that they talk about and these pedophiles in Hollywood, like how do you get?
How
They just
did that
like,
get-
hey,
Well,
this guy,
there's
I'm gonna invite
pedophiles
this guy.
everywhere. It doesn't have to be in Hollywood. And there's people that will abuse power,
But
right?
the powerful people are the scary ones, even more, I'd say.
Dude,
Well,
like,
of
did you
course.
see the Vince McMahon thing?
No.
Did you see what he did? Oh God, there was a wrestler that he was. I mean, I guess he's been known for this, but the text messages got released, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to see you down there with your 30 black dicks," and you're just going nuts.
Fuck, you might have been horny.
then he goes once they're finished with you, I'll have my way with you. It's just fucking this guy is just great. But yeah, he's removed himself from the WWE, whatever it's called again.
God, these rich people who just feel invisible, they do some weird
Fucking
shit
their
to
dicks
get
are
them
being
off.
tarred and feathered now.
It just takes them more and more to get off, and they see how far they can push it, I guess.
Fuck yeah, for sure, of course. You know, that's that like end up choking themselves to death after jerking off. What's that the fucking one guy from Kung Fu that died from doing that?
I never heard of that.
Never. Well, yeah. You remember that show Kung Fu, The Legend
Yeah,
Continues?
for sure, yes,
What
yeah.
was that guy's name? The actor. He died.
I don't know, but he was a white guy playing.
Yeah. He was jerking.
That was a good show.
He strangling himself. They found him hanging in the closet like an old buzzard.
Well, that's erotic asphyxiation, right? I mean,
Oh, Nick's been doing it.
no, there was a band that I really liked, and
Called that?
and no, the lead singer In Excess.
Okay.
Lead singer of In Excess died because of erotic asphyxiation.
So he
I
choked
think.
himself to death too?
I think so. I may be misremembering that, but
That's I'm sure people upset people
do that. I mean,
like
people. It's a kink, right? You know, as you're going out, you're getting off, right?
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Gotta walk the line with that one.
You know, people have a lot of. So one of the classes I took in college was abnormal psychology course, and I actually dropped it halfway through. But I realized people imprint certain things in their brain, and if their first sexual experience gets imprinted on their brain, and if it's they're looking at their girlfriend's feet, or even if they're with their mom, and they get turned on, they have that imprints on your brain, and then you, as a result, later in life find that stimulating and exciting. And so
Crazy.
That's where they
that makes
came
sense.
from.
but this is why people like shoes or feet or socks, and not things I'm into. We all have our own different things that
Yeah.
turn us on, right?
That's crazy.
But-
Makes fucking sense though.
Yeah, it does.
And so then
Never heard that.
we're talking about
Makes sense why
pedophilia,
I'm so full.
being a pedophile, being attracted to young people who are underage, which I have young daughters, and
The
I could-
motherfuckers trying to normalize that.
They're trying to call it a minor attracted person.
Yes, I know. That's what they're trying to normalize that.
I
They're trying to
disagree with
fucking-
normalizing it. I disagree with I mean,
They're just trying to say it's another. It's a different thing. Someone's trying.
we have to
another-
understand it. I think we have
Fuck,
to
dude,
but
I
we have
swear
to
to God.
understand it to prevent people from acting on it, right?
No, dude. Again, you talk to every professional that talks about this. The only way you prevent them from doing it, they chemically castrate them. Doesn't stop. It's not a sexual act. They're hurting people. That's what the sexual act is.
And
for.
just creating more.
So I mean, this
The only way to deal with them, honestly, is you kill them because they're born. They usually were born and then hurt as kids, and they happen.
I could not imagine someone doing something to pleasure themselves for 10 or 15 minutes that will affect a child for the rest of that child's
And you
life.
think that
right?
anybody like that
is
should be
just-
living? No.
Yeah, and I think people that do that, I feel like, if we could figure out everyone that does that to a child and hang him in the fucking park and get rid of him, I'm 100% for that, right?
Dude, in Arizona and California, they won't even, unless the act of pedophilia is it's like so egregious they can't ignore it. They will not even arrest anybody.
Bro, that's what same for some religions. Like religions, some of them, they'll be like, you need 2 witnesses. If a kid comes and says,
Yeah.
hey, he molested me, if there's another witness, it doesn't matter.
And that
Like,
like, the
come on.
Catholic
Well,
Church,
this is-
they
well, this
bought
is-
an island to put all those pedos in.
Well, this is the second part of what I was saying. If we could find all these people and hang them, I'm all for it. But how many people have been convicted of murder and then been proven innocent
I'm
due
sure
to
you
DNA.
take a lot.
Right?
Anybody that I could.
What if it's proven, like they
Yeah.
did swab tests and shit? If you get it proven that way, then you're dunzo.
So this is what I struggle. I struggle with the idea of a death penalty.
I know you do.
And the reason I struggle with it is because, what is the reason for what is the reason for incarcerating somebody, putting someone in jail, right? There's only one is you prevent them, you separate them from society, and you prevent them from hurting anybody else, right?
Yeah.
2, it's a deterrent for anybody else that is going to commit the same type of crime. That guy got 10 years in jail. I'm not going to go rob a bank.
And
because
what's the death penalty? Why?
And 3 is the third reason you incarcerate somebody is because you want to teach that person a lesson not to do it again. So now let's say you committed a crime. Let's say you robbed a bank, but you were never going to do it again and you're remorseful. I don't know if there's really a good reason to put you in jail at that point.
Or, because you're remorseful at the time. You get let go. Your mind will talk you into things. I didn't get in trouble then.
Well, again,
I was acting.
But let's say I could be 100% sure that you're never going to rob a bank again. I would feel comfortable with you not having to go to prison, right?
But then the other 2 reasons.
So the death penalty to me is very final. And
I think the death penalty should be, if it is what's given out, then it should be carried out within a month. Yeah. And then, because if somebody is just going to continue to hurt people and there's no rehabilitating them, it's a fucking point.
But we make mistakes all the time.
Of course, and everyone.
Who's the boxer that was in jail for who knows how many years? There's a movie that was made about it, and then he got 40 years later. I can picture what the guy looked like.
It up right now.
But all the time we make mistakes.
Yeah, but still, it's somebody makes a mistake, fucking, just like you said, pleasuring themselves why they. What if
it's maybe not kill them? It's like,
we're talking about murder.
You lose a limb. It's like, now we go in and your arm's going.
Yeah, fucking in the Roman days, you fucking steal something not like a piece of fruit or something, but then fucking that arm leaves. Yeah.
Yep.
You got a wing.
The other problem with the death penalty is that it happens, they do it 20, 30 years later.
So I think it should happen a month after the.
It should. If you're 100% sure, if you caught the person in the act, it should be like, boom, done.
And if the family wanted to be the one to carry it out, also let them do it.
Like the father or something.
Dude, I'd carry out myself.
20 years later, you're not executing the same person.
No.
You're executing. You're executing a 37-year-old man that
still has the same desires.
Did something. It's not the same person. That person might
have the same desires, like you said.
Probably there's testosterone's down, lower. They're no longer running with the gang.
The pedophiles that are even the rapists that are they
could have gotten an education.
They're chemically castrated. They cannot get a hard on. It's just like a flaccid. That's all their dongs, and they
chemically castrated. That's a real thing.
Yeah. Wow. And they still.
It's just in their mind.
Yeah, because it's the act of hurting people. That's what got them off. It's not. It's not sitting there fucking. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm sure we could look this up, but what percentage of the population has attraction to minors or pedophiles? I don't know how to ask that question, but
there's no way to check that.
That statistic exists.
There's no way. There's no way.
Statistical analysis of,
and I would say it's probably at least 1%, if not higher.
But it's got.
Yeah, but who's going to subscribe to those anonymous polls?
Yeah, it's got to be so.
Well, someone does. They do sex surveys and they do anonymous sex surveys.
What they do is they usually go to fucking they get a poll from an obscure place and they think that everyone's that. It would be hard to get people to admit that.
I'm doing surveys at my office that we're tracking drug addiction and susceptibility to drugs, and then we're following those people 6 months later to follow up on a survey, and it is anonymous, and that person's name is not on there, and they're answering hopefully truthfully about their drug use and the drug.
Well, being a drug addict's different than being a admitted
There's
pedophile.
certain situations where those tests, those surveys are.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But what was your clinic's name again? What's the avenues?
So I'll
just do it real quick.
I'm doing a bunch of things. West Valley OBGYN clinic is my clinic. We also run housing.
It's on 43rd and Thomas.
43rd and Thomas. Okay. So my wife started a nonprofit. So we actually found that women who are pregnant, who have kids, are are in need of safe housing. So we started a nonprofit, and we run a house called Magnolia House, where we house women and kids, and we provide daycare.
That's cool.
And so we're doing that, and I'm also doing research. So yeah, those are kind of the things that I've turned into, and drug treatment as well.
Sweet.
And treatment of psychiatric disorders.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Nick. Thank you, Joe. And hope you guys enjoy the show. Follow me on Snapchat. I'm Snapchatting my full days at TimWelchMT, and patreon.com/RedHawk Academy. You have one podcast a week, and it's a confidential show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment your thoughts below. Hit that like and subscribe button. And love y'all. Bye-bye.